When I was a kid, I loved playing my Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, and my mum would buy me games from them from the wonderful website known as eBay. Not that I blame her, you could get them pretty cheap, and it's not like I was gonna care at that age that they weren't new and in the original boxes or anything. But that, combined with the average knowledge of video games that mothers have, led me to playing some not quite legitimate games as a kid. One in particular, which is the only one I still have, is this one, Pokémon 156 in 1. And as you may have already picked up, there are not even 156 Pokémon games in existence today, let alone when the Game Boy Advance was popular in the early 2000s. So how did they work around this? Let me show you. It feels like I'm back in the old days of YouTube, where everyone recorded their Let's Plays on a dark screen in a dark room with all the lights off. So yeah, excuse all the black dead pixels on my screen. This is the most working console that I have that can play this game. Also, I know there's most likely ROMs online for these games, but I thought it would be cooler to show you a physical copy. So shut up. So as you can see, it is a multi-cart sort of game with lots of Pokemon games on them. Or are they? So most of the games are just hacks, like edits, sprite edits for normal games, but I have no idea what this is supposed to be. As you can see, it's a little Pichu, but I don't know what the original game was. But it's like a weird dungeon exploration game. But the only thing special about it is that it's Pichu instead of whatever it was supposed to be. Story. It was the day before Ash was going to become a Pokemon trainer, and he was dreaming of what would happen. He saw Pikachu, Oddish, Chansey, and they were on a quest. 3 years later, the quest actually happened in their real lives. Push start button. So as you can see, it's just a sprite edit. Also, excuse my bad playing of the games. I have a pretty weird setup. I can't really see the screen that well. So, yeah. Zelda, but with Pikachu. Unfortunately, the only thing different about this game is the Pikachu. None of the enemies are different or anything like that. Pokemon Golden. This one's a weird one. It has very, very ugly looking Eevee. And you explore like a house, I guess. This is like a cellar. Again, the only thing different is the main character is an Eevee. And I believe this is some kind of hack of a Tom and Jerry game. Pokemon Yellow is another one. There's just the main characters changed to Pikachu. And you can very obviously see that it's the Looney Tunes game. But Pikachu looks frickin' hideous. And he likes to do this weird thing where he sticks his legs out. I don't know. If you're trying to seduce me, Pikachu, it's not working. Like, just why bother making an edit like this? It's just gonna look terrible. I don't understand it. It's like they went through the effort of adding Pikachu in, and then they were just like, oh, that was really hard, I don't want to do any more. So they just left all of the other characters the same. When I played this as a kid, I usually just got this thing that changes you to the other character and just played as him because he's like way better than quote-unquote Pikachu. Pokemon Blue with wacky racist characters going past the screen. This is another one where they just replaced the main character to this really ugly looking blue bear. Is that supposed to be a Pokemon? Is it supposed to be Blastoise? Because it doesn't look like Blastoise. He has, look at these frickin' buck teeth that he has. Also, why does he twitch like that? What is this game? Also, what does this have to do with wacky races? Hey, let's make a game about this TV show about racing. Oh, what kind of game should we make it? Oh, I don't know. how about a platformer? There's this Pokemon Q, also known as Pocket Monster. So this is just a platformer with Pichu. But in this game, if you want to beat it, all you have to do is press select, and you can just go to the end of the level. And that's what I did as a kid, because who wants to play video games? But I mean, the levels are frickin' long, and it's kinda hard. At least for me when I was a little kid. Super Pichu Adventure is obviously Super Mario Brothers, but I actually frickin' love this game. It's really nice. Instead of just changing one character, they changed frickin' everything. All the question blocks are Pokeballs, and you pick up an electric ball and you turn into Raichu. I don't know why this is a thing though. It's kinda weird. And finally, Pikachu Dig Dug, which is also a game I love. It's very fun and cute. But it's kinda just Dig Dug, but with Pikachu. But I think that's amazing. So in order to not look ignorant, I compiled a list of what all these games are hacks of. Super Pikachu World is a hack of Super Mario Bros. 2. Legend of Pikachu is a hack of Legend of Zelda. Pokemon Gold, or Golden, is a hack of Tom and Jerry, the ultimate game of cat and mouse. Pokemon Yellow is a hack of Tiny Toon Adventures. Pokemon Blue is a hack of Wacky Races. Super Pika Adventure is a hack of Super Mario Bros. Pikachu Dig Dug is a hack of Dig Dug. Pokemon Q, or Pocket Monster, is not a modified game, but it's a sorta, kinda, not really original in big air quotes game that uses assets from a bunch of different games. And I also couldn't find anything about Pokemon Pichu Dash. Seriously, I have no idea what this game is or what the original game is. So if you recognize it, please let me know, I'm really curious. So clearly the person who made this cartridge didn't make all of the games that are on it. It seems like they just found a bunch of games online and stuck them all together to sell to unsuspecting people. Even though I wasn't too happy that it wasn't the game that I thought I was getting, I still played the heck out of this cartridge. I was a weird kid. If a game didn't have Pokemon or animals in it, I wasn't interested. So this was actually a pretty cool way for me to experience classic games on a console that is over 10 years older than me. Also, I know you're smarter than that, but this needs to be said. Sorry if this sounds patronizing, but don't buy bootleg games. They're not legitimate, and if you buy one, if you actually even receive it, there's a high chance it won't even work, and it can even break your console. The other bootleg games that I used to have that I didn't mention were Pokemon Sapphire, Ruby, and Red Rescue Team. In Sapphire, all of the text was messed up and unreadable, and all of the games would crash and delete my progress. So yeah, definitely be cautious when you're buying games from sites like eBay. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, and tell me about your experiences with fake or bootleg games in the comments. Thanks for watching.